One down. A whole lot more fodder to go. What's up, guys? It's that guy with a pencil here. In fact, moving to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Here we are to chapter 242 of Sakamoto Days, which is known as A Young Girl's Memory. Hana chapter? Yeah, that's weird. Why would we? I mean, I guess she's here, but like last chapter was like removing Hana from the scenario. Oh no, that's an interesting chapter. I'm actually okay. Let's see. All right, I'm excited. I've gone through it. I've chatted with people. I've reevaluated my perspective. I've reached into my own mind, the depths of my own brain. All like half an inch of it. There's not much going on up here. All the depths of my own brain, and I've rewired my Sakamoto Days thought process. So like, we're good. I won't, like, literally, I'm going to, you know, whatever complaints I have, I'm not going to repeat them. We're just going to lock in new time, and let's see what's about to go down in chapter 242 of Sakamoto Days, A Young Girl's Memory. Sakamoto, what's your goal? Huh? I mean, you know what? I guess that is a crazy thing to ask after just getting beat. Like, Brody, did I just beat the taste out of your mouth? Why are you still talking to me? Usually manga like these, once you get fodderized, that's it. Alright, let's see. What do you want to achieve when this fight is over? Is he still thinking about the whole store thing? Maybe like I remember before he went comatose, maybe still Sakamoto. I think like the last thing that happened, it was even before, I think it was pre-prison arc? I think it was pre-prison arc. Where he was like, I'm going to take over the JA. I'm going to turn it all into like, I'm going to turn the Sakamoto Days or the Sakamoto store into like a chain store thing. I think that was his overall goal. But like at the same time, I'm assuming his like real goal is family, right? Like just living a safe and normal, happy life with the people he loves and cares about. That hazard a guess, Torres. That hazard a guess. Let's see. What do you want to achieve when this fight is over? Oh, well, yeah, there it is. I'm going to take over the JAA. For the stores? You know what? I was going to say, it's such a silly motivation, but I get why he would want to do it. If only for the fact that, like, if the JA is just a store chain, there's no... But I guess, like, the question is, how do you wrangle in people with power? I don't know. It's a debate. I forget if I remember I talked with a friend about it, but I forget if I talked about it in the review when that came up. But I was like, technically, the JA does kind of work in its function by keeping most assassins in one spot, but regardless of the JA, I think ultimately having the organization of the JA is probably more of a net negative than a net positive, because like, when it's there, they're going to be assassins regardless, that are outside of the JA system, and even the ones inside of it can still be used to do extremely corrupt things. Look at what Asaki was doing for all those years. Let's see. Take over the JA? What for? I mean... For the family, I'm guessing. Like, literally just for the family. Yo, Sakamoto, dog. this is one of the cases where I don't mind Suzuki Sensei going, like, a little shaky in line with the art. Like, for some reason. But wait. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, panels like these, they always tickle me for some reason. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Oh! Okay. So not necessarily just for his family, but that I guess, in a way that does serve his family. All right. To rid this country of assassins. I mean, like, I guess the main issue, right? And I remember what else is being talked about. I think my friend had brought up the fact, I was like, you know, this could actually be a good thing, right? Like, if the JA gets taken over, like, all the assassins are now just working for Sakamoto, like, they'll probably chill out. And he pointed out the idea of, like, hey, one, people who were assassins are not going to suddenly start working for Sakamoto. They're not going to suddenly be cool with that. For two, they would just still be assassins, just less organized. So, like, it is like the pick your poison kind of thing. There are just a bunch of randomly strong characters in this universe. Sure, the nameless cop guy and the nameless El Matador, they were fodder to our main characters. Except the cop guy was, like, bullied Lou. You know, Lou's kind of fodder. But still, genuinely superhuman characters, fully capable of doing bad things entirely on their own. They're, like, the students of the schools, both the school that Kipe and Shiino were from, in the Kansai region, and obviously the JCC, those students still do exist, right? Like, those people still will exist, except now they won't have, like, a concentrated outlet to go down, they will just while out, but at the same time, that would still probably be better, because if they're all disorganized, they're likely going to take care of themselves. Let's put it, rather than like actually cause any sort of mass havoc or like organized havoc that the JA could. So it's like a 50-50. I get why though he's going this route, because once again he could get the store chain more money on, but also in this way by like decentralizing power, decentralizing the focus, he would probably just make it more difficult to even be an assassin. There definitely still would be assassins. Like obviously I don't think, well, for Sakamoto's idealistic sense, like, it would work out, like, getting rid of the JA would just eliminate all assassins, but, like, it was a big point of Uzuki's backstory and character that, like, it isn't just the JA that produces assassins, there are people all around who do assassin stuff. That's the thing. And like, we haven't talked about it much, but being an assassin isn't just, like, a Japan thing, like, that's just a universal thing in this universe. Let's see. You're hilarious, truly. Yo, Taurus, why is he making that face? Why is he hitting? Why is he actually chainly hitting that right now? Blood dripping down his face. Always like, Taurus, I see you watching the stream, bro. Why you trying not to laugh? Let me see. Well, to be fair, he did laugh. So long. And yeah, Sakamoto just leaves him there. But I guess that's the thing, right? Sakamoto still, he's not going to spontaneously develop like a slaughter rule, and Taurus has been beaten. So I guess that is kind of it. So Sakamoto, like, realistically, Sakamoto should just go around one-tapping everybody. Well, not one, like, to be fair, he didn't one-tap Taurus. That's one thing I'll admit. He did not one-tap Taurus. So he should go around low-diffing everybody, and then eventually just book it straight for Uzuki, right? Like there's no real in-between or other path he should take here. He should just, and zoom straight for him. Let's see. So, well, actually, at the same time, maybe he should. Well, then why would Taurus help him if he doesn't have money? I guess. And I was about to say, like, maybe you should try to recruit Taurus to his side. Taurus is a man motivated by money. He doesn't even really care about the JAA, right? He's like, they just employ me so I can get down this debt so I can keep gambling. So, like, Taurus, he wouldn't care. Let's see. Hey, that wager. Oh? I want in. Taurus? What you want him from? He's broke. Well, not broke. Well, he don't got fat stacks, big racks like that. He don't got that money saved up. Taurus, you be doing pro bono work, dog. You working pro bono? You working pro bono? And you also wouldn't be allowed to slaughter people. Also, didn't he, like, destroy your air cannons, dog? Like, can you even fight still? Let's see. I want in. Oh, well, never mind. It's not even happening. No way. Huh? Why? You just want in because if the JA goes away, so does your debt. His debt is specifically to the JA? Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I think he gambles specifically at their casino or something. But, like, at the same time, that's even more reason to let him join. Like Sakamoto, if your end goal is still to destroy the JA to rid the country of assassins, might as well. Like it's just another free top tier. Sakamoto, you've already been collecting them like Pokemon, dog. Like, you got a full top tier team. Might as well add another. Why not? Why not? Like I would. Of course, because, like, Sakamoto, you have no jurisdiction over that debt. And he's just the power. Like, why not add him? I mean, I get it. He's probably, like, at this point, he is kind of redundant. Because now that I'm thinking about it matchup, like, who are with Taurus down, who are the villains that are left? It's Uzuki. Technically, no, not even technically. Gozu's. We don't, I was going to say technically Tenkyu, but we don't know where Tenkyu is. I generally don't know what that guy's going to do. But Kumanomi's down. Taurus is down. Amatador's down. The cop guy's down. So those four are down. So who's left of the new order? Well, Kumanomi was the only other Alchemar kid. So it's just Uzuki. Uzuki at 1. Then it's... Oh, well, no. And Gozu. Those two are still active right now. But Gozu's fighting 1v1 Shichibuya and may just get ganked by Osaragi. So that's 2 antagonists left. Then Oki is still fighting Nagumo somewhere. Somewhere. And then... There's gotta be more than that. Oh, yeah. Kipe. Sheena's knocked out, I believe. But, like, Kipe and Sheena, that's technically 5. They're there. And they're currently being counted right now. But what I'm thinking is, right, like, currently the deck is so... Oh, and Tanabata. There we go. That's 6. Because Sheena's currently fighting Tanabata. I think the villain cast is outnumbered, like, 2-1. But, of course, like, not all of them are top... But, like, especially with Sakamoto, he throws the weight. He throws the weight so heavily in their favor that, like, it technically doesn't matter. But, like, imagine if Taurus went and jumped Tanabata with Shin. Light work. Imagine if Taurus, like, joined any encounter. Like, imagine you jump Gozu. Light work. Like, ultimately, adding Taurus, usually when it wouldn't be a detriment to you, it's like, well, I'd add him. Just tell him, don't boom anybody. Let's see. Yeah, you're pretty sharp for a moron. I mean, I guess Sakamoto is never, he is implied to not be like the sharpest boot in the kitchen shed. He's just really, really good at fighting, really, really strong. Let's see. Bzz, bzz. Okay. The TV is turning on? Okay. Let's see. Oh! Is this? Oh, I forgot. Speaking of antagonists, I forgot. I guess Kanaguri was still a thing. Yeah. He just hadn't done anything for such a long... Like, he hasn't fought since... Is it like the 130s? Alright, because like Sakamoto vs. Kanaguri was forever ago. He lost the eye to... Oh, it's been so long. I forget her name. Sensei. What was her name, though? Oh, what was her name? I forget it. But he lost his eye to the sensei character. Oh, Satoda Sensei. He lost his eye to Satoda Sensei. Said he was going to watch Akira, and then just hasn't really done anything. So I kind of forgot about this. But yeah, he was. The reason he hadn't done anything for so long is because he was filming Akira. All right. Let's see. But it's been so long. It's because he hasn't done anything for so long. It's been so long since I voiced him. What voice do I give Kanaguri, dog? It's been a minute. Hold on. A murder films documentary. This documentary is the chronicle of a young girl bent on revenge after the aunt she loves like a sister. Do we ever? I need to reread Sakamoto again, dog. I forget. Why does Akira not have parents? Does she have parents? Or I know she has a really close relationship with Rion, but I genuinely don't remember. Does she have parents? Like, are they alive? I'm gonna Google it. I genuinely do not remember if they are alive or not. Hold on. Akira Rion, Sakamoto. Oh no, Rion. Oh no, I need Akira Akao. There he is. My bad. Mix up their last names. There we go. Akira Akao. Soon as the JCC. Let me see. Let me just go to family. Are they gone? Professional status. Yeah, relatives aunt. Does she never do her parents just never get mentioned? Let me see. History, relationships, Rion, Taro Sakamoto, it's Satoda, Kanaguri. Yeah, okay. I just quickly scrolled through the wiki. I don't see anything about it. It's like, I guess her parents were never relevant. But yeah, aunt she loves like a sister. I mean, I'm assuming maybe her parents, due to like the nature of Rion's work, were probably off-screen diffed, and then like Rion raised her to a degree. I'm guessing. If that has it, I guess. Because I just generally don't remember. Let's see. After the aunt she loves like a sister is murdered, she dedicates herself to the life of an assassin to vanquish her aunt's killer. That is right. Once again, you want to talk about... See, I'll give you this. Plot lines I completely forgot about. This one, right up there. And she even had like a moment, not too... I think it was like 10, 15 chapters ago. She had a moment where she like flipped Kumanomi, I believe. It has to be longer ago than that. I remember that chapter. That was like the last time we saw her. But yeah, I forgot. She was actually here to kind of give Uzuki back shots. Well, she was going back and forth whether or not to give Uzuki back shots because of Rion being inside Uzuki. But like, obviously it's not really Rion. Rion's in like the afterlife. Limbo. We'll say afterlife. Rion's in the afterlife now. Like she's not actually a part of Uzuki. Neither is Takamura. They're just figments of his imagination. Let's see. Akira. Yes, Sakamoto. You mean where did all you people come from? Where did y'all are all in this store? Well, to be fair, they're probably just in the store beforehand. But yeah, Sakamoto. Don't worry, me too, man. Ellipses, question mark? Me too. I completely forgot about this character. Let's see. Hey, what's this video? Oh. Well. Funnily enough, last week's poll, I think literally just ended up going full stop for Uzuki. No, I think it was Gozu. I think Gozu actually won the poll, but Uzuki was a close second for last week's poll. In fact, I'll literally take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. So I beat right now. Let me see. 1 week. Prior 1 week. Yeah. So Gozu did actually win the last poll. So that's all 193 people that voted. But Uzuki was number 2, right? Because essentially my question was, who is Sakamoto going to go after next? Apparently, it's not Sakamoto going after Uzuki. It's Kira going after Uzuki. So let's hope she doesn't get fried because Rion sandbags, or the copy of Rion inside Uzuki sandbags. Because she should be fried, if I'm not mistaken. This is like the same character who couldn't even touch Satoda Sensei, right? She should, because I remember Satoda Sensei was getting bullied by Kanaguri. I guess like the question is, has Akira been training off screen? Is that a thing? That's the thing. I just don't. Despite how like relatively important this character is, and she is actually pretty much a fan favorite. I don't think she was included in the recent top 10, but at least whenever I see like in fandom spaces, I actually do see Akira discussed relatively consistently. So she probably was training off with Kanagari? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Her determination wavers, but in the end, that determination wavers does call back to the idea that Akira was confused on whether or not she should go after Izuki since she thought her aunt lived in there. I will still admit though, for both Akira and Nagumo, I think it's a good character writing thing though. I'll give credit to this. It's a good character writing thing, but I still can't I couldn't rock with Izuki. And you may be like, what does that mean? I've mentioned it before. I'll say it again. The idea that someone even I forget if it's confirmed or it's been animated yet to know. Like, does his voice change or is it just his eye? Like, and do his eyes even change in universe? Like, my thing is, I would never, ever be cool with or question or want someone to be mimicking someone that I love. And I don't think I'd have conflicted emotions over that. If anything, I would be just more angry. It would sound great, but if someone I knew and cared for was resurrected or lived on another being, but it's not them at all, it's just a copy, a manifestation of the person's delusions, I would be just a little bit nettled. That's it. But he still got that one-hand camera. He still was in the eye. Shout out to Kanagari, dog. One of these sleeper top tiers, man. One of these. Let me tell you. Let me see. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. But Kanagari, he is actually a weird sleeper top tier. I'm not gonna lie to you, because the man, he did fight a relatively strong Sakamoto and took basically no damage. He I see a lot of people rate Sakamoto highly because of that fight and low play Kanagari. But remember, Kanagari doesn't even take any damage in that fight. It's all special effects. He's actually bullying that Sakamoto at that point, who was still relatively strong. But it's good to see him still being here, man. Kanagari is one of the characters who does appear very rarely. Very rarely is he is a character who appears very rarely, but every time he appears, it usually is a treat. So I'm happy to see him here. But the thing is, I think he very specifically mentioned that he's just going to watch. He's not actually going to interfere. So I don't think we're going to get Kanagari versus Uzuki, but I am excited to see how everything goes. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's see. But in the end, the girl concludes. Huh? I forgot. We're never getting that Kamihatsu reveal, are we? I mean, you know what, though? I respect the dedication to the bit. Suzuki-sensei, I respect the dedication to the bit. We will never see what Kamihatsu looks like. And we'll never have it confirmed whether or not they are literally just these... Well, we know they aren't, because we see an arm. That was our reveal. We know they are literal, unless the Spagooter is literally meant to be their head or something. We know there is a person under there because we saw the arm in that fight against Kumanomi. So there is a person under the Kamihatsu hood. We just will never know what they actually look like. Let's see. What is... Hey, Peasuke! What is this? That Kanagari fiend is at it again. Wait. Oh, wait. Maybe that's meant to be Kamihatsu. That Kanagari fiend is at it again. X? And who's this girl? Oh, that's right. I guess they did, where are they? They probably just, she probably took Granny Mia to the hospital, because I believe she was actually attacked. Hold on, let me see. There, alright, sorry, I had to take care of something real quick, but let's see. Oh, that's right! Nagumo, I don't know where they are, but I do remember Nagumo and Oki were, they were fighting in Open City, so there being a massive screen here does make sense. And I get why Nagumo's given pause here, because he sees Uzuki, and that's the thing, right? One of Nagumo's main conflicts right now as a character is that he's still, he, like Akira, wasn't really sure how to feel about Uzuki embodying Rion. Because, I think one of the things I like about Nagumo, and it's been consistent about the character, is that he's a very lonely guy. Almost in, a weird he's one of the strongest characters, so he feels alone, but also just by his nature, coming from a spy family, like he just obviously has like his own predilections and like hesitations to make connections. So losing Rion was like massively emotionally affecting to him. So Uzuki embodying Rion, even if he knows it's not real, like it probably does mess with him a lot. So it's good to see him even be like, I'm sorry, what? Sorry, what? Let's see. Yo, Akira, I didn't expect to see you again. Why not? Well, I think this is why you gotta reread Sakamoto Days, bro. What did their last interaction and like? Because I remember Akira was mad about the whole Spagooda situation. Like she flipped Kumanomi, was freaking geeking, and then was she like banished or kicked out or something? Like I forget the context. I think she may have left. I think she may have left herself. I was like, I can't side with the team when she left, and then Kanaguri followed her. I don't think. Maybe that's why he says, I didn't expect to see you again. Let's see. All this time, I hated you and wanted to kill you. Oh, okay. That's what he thought again. Let's see. And now. Sorry, that's not. Man, what is with me forgetting character? This is what happens. And I have no idea how I maintain character voice consistency at all when I was reviewing even more series at once. Let's see. And now. Now, I bear you no grudge. I understand that you were a victim of the JA's machinations too. How did she get the lore on that? I mean, presumably Kanaguri told her. How did Kanaguri get the lore on that? How did anyone get the lore? Actually, like, I know we got the lore on that. I forget how it was. See, this is not even me being like, this is inconsistent. I think this is me just being an idiot and completely forgetting the context. But she may have just been able to interpret it. If she wasn't explicitly told, if she wasn't explicitly told and I'm just forgetting because I'm dumb, she probably just put it together, right? Like, she understands, especially through Uzuki's messaging and plan, why certain things work out or don't work out in many ways. Let's see. But what you're doing is wrong, so I have to stop you, even if it means killing you. Look at Akira stepping up like, hey, wait a second. Who the main character again? Whose name on the manga? It's me. Let's see. But, like, Rion. No, Akira, not Rion. You sure you got hands like that? Like you direct a slice bit of bloodless at that man, and Takamura will fry you. He will fry you. He will batter you up, throw you in burning hot oil, season you down before he even batters you up, and then throw you in the oil again. He's going to double deep fry you. Let's see. Even if it means killing you. That's sweet. The spirit of her aunt lives on in her. Funnily enough, I don't like this could actually be literal. Well, I'm assuming what we're seeing here is like through Uzuki's eyes, what he sees when he looks at Akira. That's interesting. Like, notably, I'm trying to think. I look like some of my cousins. I don't look like any of my uncles. Like, I would like to say, oh, I've had like this experience described to me. No, the only times I've heard some of my like cousins say, oh, you look so much like my brother. And I'm like, oh. Now that you pointed it out, yeah, I guess. And another set of people would also say the same thing. But, like, that's it. In terms of, like, uncle or uncle relationships, or even, like, any of my aunts, I don't really look like any of them. Which is very funny. Let's see. Why would you say that? Wait, no. Why would you say that? Rion. Huh? Yeah. So, yeah, this is, okay, so this one isn't, once again, it's not even the real Rion here. Or, like, the spiritual astral Rion. It's very specifically just his like madness, his mania, fueling this like hallucination here. What? You're the one who's wrong. Wait, no, I gotta get his voice down better. Hold on. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna lock it in his voice. I said take a sip. There's literally nothing left in here now, so we gotta lock in it. Let's see. Why would you say that, Rion? You're the one who's wrong. You're the one who said you wanted to make a kinder world where gentle people could live in peace. That is true. And like notably, this is where I still go back to like the character writing 2 chapters ago, where I'm like, thematically and character writing this actually works, because the whole reason Rion died in the first place is because she said that she had her ideals, but she wasn't able to stand on them. She wanted to get a little bit of munyon. What you do, go get a little bit of munyon. She went right back to the assassin world. Sakamoto, despite being forced back into the assassin world, has still never folded entirely. He's never intended or even tried to take someone's life, despite how crazy and chaotic things have been in regards to his own family. So that's why Sakamoto is the one who can establish the world that Rion dreamed of. Meanwhile, Rion couldn't do it herself because she could not resist the call of the Munyan, which is understandable. Munyan calls very, very well. Let's see. That beautiful world will never exist. I proved that, didn't I? From his expression, this is why Suki Sensei, a creature with the pen, mainly because from the look of confusion on his face and the sweating, and obviously he believes he's speaking to Rion right now. He himself isn't sure, and like this is where I say it's so weird. Uzuki is actually a really, really fantastic character. Like it's weird. I'm not saying because he's not even. I can't even say he's a bad antagonist. He's a strange antagonist. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a funky little guy when it comes to being an antagonist. Because like it's not the first time that a villain in general is like unsure of how they're gonna do things. Like that's not necessarily new. You know, like, that's not something overly complicated or strange. However, it's a little bit weird to think about when Brain. It's a little bit weird to think about when the main villain is like that. Like we have cowardly villains who are entirely sure of themselves all the time. The reason it feels so weird to me with Uzuki, but I still think it's a good character writing thing, is like he is the big bad. Like this is our guy. That's our ball. Like that's our ball. Like he's our guy. So it is weird to see him so like insecure about it. He just happens to have all this power. That's why he's able to do what he wants to do, even though he himself isn't even sure he's doing it. But outside of like I would like a more stable main final antagonist. This is like fantastic character writing to see that one, he's still insane, and two, he himself isn't even sure that he proved it. He isn't even sure. Like he's done things in an attempt to prove his hypothesis, but ultimately all he's done is to be fair, he in a way he did kind of prove it, but at the same time he didn't, because people aren't devolving into straight madness in the streets. People are still operating normally. There still are people who wouldn't get absolutely violent and stuff like that. It was Suzuki who tried to escalate the levels of violence, and while they did escalate for a bit, it still wasn't so purely innate to humans that they just kept doing it mindlessly. No, they ran out of time. They ran out of care. They didn't do it the second the Splagooda shut down, and even then, not all of them used their Splagooda shots. So technically, Uzuki is wrong. In fact, he went so hard to try to prove his hypothesis that he actually ended up proving Rion's better than she ever did. Let's see. You mean your plan of arming Japanese citizens? That proved nothing. Yeah. Okay, she knows she's on camera right now. She's spitting. Your Honor, let her cook. Let's see. Of the people who were victimized in that mayhem, I'm sure they were kind, gentle people who wanted peace. Yeah, and you know what though? This, unironically, you've heard me say many a time. I think Sakamoto's like general faceless, nameless, like population cast is like kind of like it's weirdly written sometimes, but ultimately I think the more aloof, more like silly Billy kind of characterization we've gotten for like the world population, or not the world population, but like the Japanese population, I think that actually works to serve this point that Rion is making. Because if they were like a bit more actively engaged and more consistently characterized, then I wouldn't really be able to leave this. But even though we haven't really seen any civilians outside of like Hana and Ao be like characters who want peace and were kind, gentle people, we know they exist because of the context. Like I mentioned, technically Uzuki Sensei, or not Uzuki Sensei, but Uzuki did end up proving Rion's point because people in mass, right, didn't start rampantly slaughtering, and many never were able to or never did use the weapon that they were granted. And obviously violence has slowed down already just because the weapons have stopped. Let's see. You just hate your own life. It's all just your disgusting way of taking it out on other people. She's spitting. Your Honor. She's talking facts. Let's see. Maybe at one point you couldn't fully embrace evil, but now you're an assassin, through and through. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It is true. Like, and that's why I say Uzuki is just he is a fantastically written character and an antagonist. Well, I say character, but I don't want to say it. Well, no, I say antagonist too. He's a fantastically written character and antagonist because he is the classic tale of you fight so hard against your enemy, you turn into them. You fight so hard against the monster that you yourself become the monster. And that's clearly what happened here with Uzuki, right? If anything, he should have taken all this power, all this strength, all this control he amassed through the power he gained to make the world a better place, to actually attempt to prove Rion's theory right. Maybe with the back of the mind idea that, oh, it could be proven wrong if people still choose to be violent. But no, he rather escalated the violence instead of, like, tried to suppress it. So, yeah. Like, Akira's right. She's spitting facts. Let's see. Now you're an assassin through and through. Uh-oh. I love both of these reactions. So he's like, wait, Loki, she's actually frying me right now. Wait, why is she... he's like, why is she actually cooking me right now? Meanwhile, Kanaguri's like, yo, this is peak cinema. Kanaguri, if he didn't have to have one hand holding the camera, he'd hit the pose right now. I was like, Akira Kao, ever since the moment I first saw you, I knew you were main character material. I mean, yeah, she does, like, it is very interesting. Sakamoto does have, like, multiple main characters, but, like, of different levels of main character. There was an extended period of the manga where it was legitimately just Shinde's, and obviously Sakamoto is a titular character, but Akira definitely is, like, a major character. And it's so interesting to see the flashbacks to the old art of Suzuki Sensei and, like, the slight differences you can see now. But it's like, I'm glad I followed you. I'll follow this story to the end and capture it with my camera. Yes. Do it, Kanaguri, do it! Let's see. It's my duty as a director. I would say that level of commitment to the bit is crazy, but, like, sometimes you gotta respect the mania, dog. Like I respect the dedication. That's a level of dedication and determination that few would have, especially while half blind. Yes, that's I mean, like, obviously, he immediately goes no, but even like, and that's why he is a good character, man. Like, I can, of the many things I will fault Suzuki Sensei for or have in the past, I can never say he actually really fumbled with Uzuki. I think he used Uzuki's powers and existence in the narrative a little bit weirdly back at the end of the museum arc, but, like, character writing wise, the consistent conflict in Uzuki and the kind, gentle man being subsumed by the nurture of this assassin world. Like it is such an interesting character, and it's so interesting to see him be like, admit it, like, yes, I just hate myself, I hate my life, I hate everything that I was put through, and I want everyone else to suffer in the same way that I suffered, so why shouldn't they? But he can't because it's like, I've referenced it many times before, but I forget exactly which show it's from, but the question of, are we the baddies? Like yes, you are the baddies, but because that was like a comedy, this is technically also a comedy, but a bit more serious in the case of Suzuki. He cannot let himself rationalize and realize that fact. He needs to gaslight himself as much as humanly possible. Like, no, I'm right. Because the second he allows that realization to kick in, he shatters. The thread that is holding Uzuki's mind together is all predicated on the idea that he believes he's doing something right and proving himself right. So he needs to keep fighting. He needs to keep maintaining the solution. He needs to keep resisting reality in a way, which is really, really cool to see. I love that. I was like, Rihanna's inside of me. That's Akira. She's not Rihanna. Yes, that is. But you know what though? And this is another interesting aspect of the character. The consistent battle, the tug of war, if you will, between these two is also amazing, right? The idea of Uzuki Sensei, or not, I keep saying Uzuki Sensei, Uzuki and the realities that exist within his head, that dualistic mind space, if you will. It sounds so weird saying it like that, but that dualistic mind, but that dualistic mind space, that where he needs to reconcile the fact that he knows people are gone. He knows they no longer exist, but they need to live inside of him. He knows that they have legacies that contradict his ideals, but he must keep, like, it is that ever, like it's many things that we do to ourselves, right? Where we acknowledge reality, but at the same time we have to deny it. We have to deny it, or else. Uzuki's like a super evolved version of that. And I love it. Let's see. Rihanna is gone! Stop clinging to a figment of your own imagination! Ooh. Oh, Akira is cooking. Let's see. You say that, but this voice. Oh. Uh-oh. I wonder why. I mean, I guess, like, technically she loosely directed Bloodlust to him, but, like, that's actually... But once again, this is mostly, presumably, a defense response, right? Like, this is legit. His mind, once again, it reached the threshold to break. Or, like, Takamura, the most base and pure instinct, right? Because that's the thing. Unlike Rion, where Uzuki knew Rion for an extended period of time, he met Takamura once. No, twice. He knew of Takamura. He ran from him once, and he encountered him again. He knew Takamura, ran to him once, encountered him again, and that was it. He had nothing to really rip from. So all he took was the force that is Takamura, the power that is Takamura. He took all that, and now that's taken. It has kind of become his fight or flight response. So once his fight or flight response is triggered, it is Takamura. Because that's all Takamura was, a force of nature. And to see that manifest at the face of this breaking, like, the truth. Because he cannot reconcile reality. Because if he reconciles reality, everything... Oh, it's so God! This is it! This is the gas! This is the gas! Let's see. It's Takamura persona. Here it comes. Akira... I hope that Oscar train arc did you crazy. You made me fry. I don't see any blood. Akira, you going with the sauce? You going with the sauce? Hold on. He moving like you got aura. Did he whiff? Akira, did he whiff? Don't make me. He may have whiffed. But she did. Okay. Upscale of Doom and Despair, dog. But we take those. All right. I did it. The counterattack I imagined all this time. The sharper the person's instincts. Oh! And this is a callback to our training with Satoda Sensei. All right. The sharper the person's instincts, the more vulnerable they are to an intricate feint. Interesting. So this is, I mean, like, part of me should be like, but it's Sakamoto, man. Like he shouldn't be this fodder. But like, Uzukimura is actually so fraudulent, it doesn't matter. like unironically, we have jumped the scaling shark, right? Takamura, well, not even jumped the scaling shark. We have rationalized Takamura enough. I think before the end of the museum arc and before Uzukimura popping up every other chapter for extended period of time. Like, Takamura, like, it felt like this thing. It felt like almost like Gojo and Sukuna, the rest of the verse kind of thing. But really, it was like Takamura at one, not the largest gap, and then the rest of the verse. So, a Rion who's specifically, or an Akira who's specifically built to counter Takamura and baiting him and, like, manipulating him and understand. Like, this makes sense. Especially since I think I just overestimated, like, it feels crazy to say, I feel like I just overestimated Takamura and his relativity to the rest of the verse. And obviously definitely overestimated Uzukimura. So this actually does make sense. And I'm interested to see how she, like, I mean, I don't think she'll win, but I also don't think she's going to lose. Like, somehow Sakamoto's just gonna have to get here. Because I think this is Sakamoto's fight. Like, Sakamoto and Nagumo both need to get here. They need to fight alongside Rion's legacy. So I'm assuming this is going to be a stall fest where she chips him. But like, hey, I'm excited to see it. Let's see. In a split second, the way she drew Takamura in, that's a cow's bloodline, all right. That innate killing intent. Come on. You know what? I will proudly say this was a W chapter. What? Like, this chapter was straight, like, on every level. Like, in fact, let me look. Do I even have any art complaints this chapter? Other than, like, minor stuff, but that's, like, panel and sizing stuff where you can't put too much detail. Hold on. There we go. But butter my behind it called me a biscuit. fantastic. Not because everything, like, art-wise, this chapter's gas. Character writing-wise, this chapter's gas. Character utilization-wise, this chapter's gas. Even this early section. Oh, I was very confused on a young girl's memory, but now I get it. Because Rion and both Akira fit into this motif of the chapter. Like, the chapter works really, really well. The dynamic between Sakamoto and Taurus works well. Though I still think, like, Sakamoto kind of made the wrong choice. You might as well take Taurus along. You're gonna make him hold up to his debt anyway? No, you are, Sakamoto. Let's be real. But, like, still, I mean, sure, I could like nitpick and be like, how on earth they kind of get access to all the TV screens, but at the same time, that already happened. Like, Uzuki made an announcement by accessing all the TV screens, so I'm not shocked that Kanaguri has access to the same technology. Like, he's not new to this. He's true to this. Like, rather, this chapter was just gas. From the dynamic, like I mentioned, from the character dynamic of Taurus and Sakamoto. Two characters already had a really interesting dynamic, maintaining that dynamic and evolving it a little bit with Sakamoto now being on top, with Taurus being on the bottom and being the lackey in a way. I really, really like. Akira and Uzuki's conversation here. Fantastic. Nagamo's reaction to it. Fantastic. I mean, like, I may be able to be like, oh, well, like, who cares about Taisuke and Lou? But it's good to see them, that they're okay. You know, they're still chilling and vibing and doing their own thing. Reminding us that they're still awake and alive, but obviously not really going to be too relevant to the final plot. At least I don't think Taisuke's going to be. Then the conversation between Akira and Uzuki is fantastic. It's fantastic for both of the characters, right? It's a culmination of Akira's entire journey. Her reasoning and want and desire to like understand what to do about the Uzuki situation, her finally reaching and finally understanding what her role is to play in all this. Beautiful. That's been her entire arc throughout the entire series, ever since she's been introduced. How to first finding and then dealing with whatever situation her aunt was in. She has found her aunt and what situation she's in, and she's dealing with it. This is a good culmination to her character. And Uzuki, while he hasn't hit a culmination of his character, this is a perfect display of his character, as all the trademarks of Uzuki. From the absurd power, from the multiple personalities, from the self-rationalization and gaslighting. Like, everything in this chapter is here. It's here. The art's fantastic. Like, it's peak. It's peak. This is a way to end off the shout outs to Uzuki Sensei. But those are my thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notification bell so you don't. Oh wait, if you made all the way to this video, I forgot. If you made all the way to this video, please leave not as they seem, not as they seem, in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you're going to have a page down below, you support me for as well as $1 no month. These exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions, where the series I have to review, unedited versions of every review I do. If you notice, now all the Sakamoto Days reviews are inverted. It's because they try to boom me over Sakamoto Days. But of course, patrons and members get the unedited versions. They just get the full regular chapters without any weird cropping or reversals or mirrors and stuff like that. And on top of that, you get your name listed at the end of every single video I produce, both here on this channel and on the second channel, that guy with the reaction, which you also get early access to all the videos. And any videos really I produce ever, you're gonna get early access to. There may or may not be other channels cooking in the oven right now, other videos. So every time a video is done, you get early access to that as a Patreon member, ad-free, for all channels I ever produce, for all videos I ever produce. And if you are a $3 member or higher, you don't just get your name listed at the end of every single video, but you get your name listed and read aloud at the end of every single video that I ever produce. And on top of that, if you want to come check out your boy on stream, I do have that guy with the controller, my Twitch account linked in the description down below. We play games over there. We have a wonderful time. We chat live about literally anything, so feel free to roll through. And on top of that, if you want to drop five beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all for the one time to support your boy, I would greatly appreciate it. The link to my Ko-Fi is in the description down below. Now, I want to thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Pura Ura, Enzo, Swift Strike, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, Striker Man, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Romano Furen, Dino, Heath Nelson, Hector Gonzalez, Black Sage, Tim Thomas, Kaving, Julian Perez, Akolade Babatunde, Union I, RXN, Nevis97, Logan Guzman, Dead Meme, Karudir, Christian Carter, Jagoda, Keon Stewart, Donovan McIntosh, Sino King, Hamza Idrisi, BNA DNA, Edwin Igmignoba, Cyan, Straw, Cybersage 12, Athen Shear, Antavius Mitchell, Plant Crone, Azo2404, Create Panem, Zapro, Weary Exile, Karina Hernandez, Sheesh King, Window Life, Alex Kenny, Victor Jacobs, Todd, and Dre. Then let me thank you to Art Line Art Tier patrons, A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Dreadzoen, Midnight Lord 21, Wind Draco, Alyssa Bujanos, CJ, and Brandon Cathell. Then I'd even thank you to our Ink Tier members, King RGX and Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06. Then I'd even thank you to our Digital Art Tier members, J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd even thank you to our Colored Art Tier patrons, Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.